Hello everyone, welcome to morning coffee break. It's a rainy day. I knew it was going to rain the next few days at some point in time. So, but it's not really cold out here, so I'm glad the garden's getting some of this nice rain. It's kind of relaxing though to listen to the rain. There's our little wind chime we got at Dollar Tree. Oh, let's see. Yeah, all these plants, the little flowers that I had in here, they ended up dying. I figured they would. Well, I take that back. I took a couple of them inside, and I need to water them now that I'm thinking of it. I've got some pepper plants and a few flowers inside. So I'm going to let y'all listen to this rain for a few minutes. I definitely, while I'm thinking of it, I need to water those, and I'll be right back. Well, I got everything watered. A couple of the pepper plants that I transplanted from the garden didn't. I don't think they're going to make it. I don't know. It shocked them, I guess, to even bring them inside. I don't know. But they didn't do that great. But there is a few peppers that I had. The ones I had growing here in the garage, they're still alive. They seem fine. And the wildflowers, the ones that are left are the ones that don't seem to have any kind of blooms on them. But they're still alive. Well, I'm going to pause it here and go inside and get set up for story time, everybody. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay, everybody, I'm back. It's a dreary day. Okay, on story time today. Well, let me tell. Last night I was thought I was fixing buttered chicken, So what I had done is I thought there wasn't enough chicken in it, so I put another piece of chicken in. Well, as it turned out, when it thawed out, I should be looking a little closer. It was ground turkey that was shaped like chicken to me. Usually the ground turkey is like in a square because we cut it in half. The package, has like enough for two. We cut it in half and it's just like a square, but I guess it got smushed when we put it in, before it froze. It got smushed into what it looked to me like chicken. So I didn't know what to do. So I ended up I had that one piece of chicken I put in there, and I ended up making a meatloaf, but I went ahead and put since I had all those vegetables already, Joy had already cut up the potatoes and stuff, I did it just like I did with the butter chicken, and I put the meatloaf in the middle and that one piece of chicken on the side of it, and then I went ahead and made the meatloaf like normal, but instead of using the barbecue sauce ketchup mixture on the top of it, I had some inside the meatloaf. But I went ahead and put the garlic butter stuff on everything and baked it, and actually it turned out really good. So everybody loved it. So it's just one of those things that happened. It was funny. So tonight we're going to be we need to use the flatbread that we bought at Aldi, and we're going to make some homemade pizza. So that'll be really good. Got my coffee. Okay, on story time, in 1987, Jackie was born towards the end of October, and 5 days later, everything went well with Jackie. She's just beautiful. Everything went fine. Of course, Logan was beautiful too, but I'm just saying, everything worked out great. I mean, it was like we were so scared, after what happened with Logan. But it turned out great. And then, but 5 days later, at that time I was a district manager where I worked, and so it was a drink company. But I was working. I believe it was a Saturday, and I was having to work. And at that time, we had little pickup trucks that we drove around in, and I had to go, I believe I had to pick up some product that was out of date. And they were given like an ultimatum, the drivers were from not just me, this was from the top of the company, to clean up their areas that they had been slacking on, a bunch of them. And so what it was is I had to go pick it up. If they didn't take care of it, I had to go ahead and take care of it. I would swap it for other product or give them a credit or however I did it. And so I picked up a bunch of stuff, and I think they were going to I don't know what they were going to do about it. But so that's what I was doing anyway. And I started, feeling just bad, in my stomach. And, I had been having stomach trouble, but I didn't know at the time I had Crohn's disease. So I'd been having, I thought I had an ulcer, I believe, before that. But anyways, So I started feeling bad, and I got done what I had to do, even though I was feeling really bad. And so I went in and unloaded the truck, and I put it on a pallet, so they keep it separated from all the other stuff the other guys were having to pick up, the other district managers. And so I did that, and I started feeling, really bad. I mean, it was pretty painful. But we were supposed to. I think this was around. Was that around Halloween when we went to Mom's after Jackie was born and I got sick?
Yeah.
Because we went over there for a pizza party or something.
Brought her home.
No, this was 5 days after Jackie was born is when I ended up in the hospital.
No, yeah, I know that.
Yeah, okay. But anyway, we were supposed to, I guess it was right around Halloween. And we had to go, we went to Mom and Dad's for pizza. And so I went on over there, and or all of us, I guess it was, Logan and Joy and myself went over there, and I just kept feeling worse, And I ate some pizza, though, which was a bad mistake. But then I ended up, they said, well, everybody's like, you need to go to the emergency room. Because I was getting to where I couldn't sit up straight. I had I had my hands, across my stomach, and I was like kind of rocking, because I couldn't straighten up. Had like bent over, and so, I went to the emergency room, and I just steadily got worse. What I didn't know at the time was my colon was perforated. So it was slowly leaking out into my body. I didn't know that. They didn't know that. They assumed that I had appendicitis because it was hurting in that general area. Well, that happened to be the area where my colon was perforated. They didn't know nothing. So they sent me into surgery to do an appendectomy. And when they got in there, then they realized, oh my gosh, his colon's perforated, which it was affecting my appendix because it was next to it. So it was inflamed. They went ahead and removed the appendix, but they had to do emergency surgery and cut out, I don't know how much of my colon, quite a bit, and put me back together. But what happened was, where I had eaten, it got into my body, and I went into septic shock. I don't remember anything from the point of when they, were going to get me ready for surgery. And I thought it was my appendix. I was like, okay, whatever, So, yeah, they had to go ahead and do that. And then I almost died. I mean, they said I was flopping around like a fish out of water on that gurney. And they said they had like 6 male orderlies trying to hold me down, and I was just knocking them around. I was pretty young. I guess I was like 20, no more than 28, when this happened. And I was in, really good shape and everything. They said that's what helped me, the shape I was in, that I was able to make it through it. They said I should have died. But I made it through that. I was in ICU and stuff, and my sister was actually an ICU nurse at that time. So my sister was taking care of me. And, she had been in the Army and in the medical field, and then she went, was an ICU nurse. And so I didn't remember anything. I lost a whole, day or something that I don't remember anything about, which might be good. But they had stitched me back up down there, and I got to go home after this, and it got infected. So I ended up back in, and then what they had to do is they ended up leaving it open, and I had to let it heal from the inside out, which is not uncommon anyway. I wish they kind of would have done it at first, so I wouldn't have had to go through the infection. But very much of an ordeal for me. Then I found out after the fact, you know, I found out I had Crohn's disease. And back then, they didn't seem to know much about it, honestly. They just put me on steroids, you know, but this was a sulfur drug, I believe it was, and it was horrible. I hated them, but that's what they put me on. That they didn't have anything else that seemed like they didn't even know what was going on for a long time. But yeah, that's the first operation, and I've had like probably 10 more since. Not all to do like this, different other things, you know. This like cataract surgery and things like that. But I've had other surgeries too, but I've had more surgeries. Another one where they took some out, you know, too. So, that's today's story. I'll see if I miss anything. No, I think that pretty well covers that story. You know, if I can keep remembering them, I'll keep doing them. I think I'm running out of ones that I had wrote down now. So, but you know, I'll always think of something to do. I was trying to think if there was anything else I was going to go over. Hopefully, Logan will be doing his reviews tonight. He said that he thought he would feel better enough today. He's not really feeling better, but enough to be able to get in here, you know, and do it and everything without being in that much pain. So let's look forward, hopefully, and what I'll do is, like I've been doing before, I'll take a picture of the products, and this will be an all viewer, except for maybe some bonus items. All viewers sent in items. But if anyone wants to send anything for Logan's awesome snack reviews or to us, you can look in my description, and I put my social media, and I also have a PayPal account now, and I appreciate anything on that. But you know, I don't ask for anything, and I won't ever ask for anything. So I appreciate y'all so much for watching Morning Coffee Break, and like I said, we'll be doing something today. I always come up with something. I hadn't really got a plan today. I was able to sleep pretty good last night, though. I actually could have kept sleeping, but I didn't. I know I got things to do, you know. Got to get going. So everybody, I hope you enjoyed this. Please press that like button. Subscribe if you hadn't already. And hit that. Everybody likes my bell. And it says ring for coffee. Hit that so you get all my videos as soon as they come out. God bless everybody, and I'll see you later on. Bye-bye.